Hi, my name is Nancy Sliger, and I will be teaching the Chemical Systems class online for the Excel schools. I currently work at the Poplar Bluff Excel Center, teaching science and various other classes. So I'm recording this pre-Christmas. So if there's anything that changes, I will update you when we start the term in January. This is kind of like what my Google Classroom will look like. I post by days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Everything's assigned in Classwork. Please stay out of Stream other than just notifications. Do not try to open your work from Stream. Most people that are in here have over 18 credit hours with the school. Some people may just need 2 or 3 credit hours and be put in here. So I'm going to go through the rules for the benefit of those people. This is the teacher view for Classroom, Google Classroom. Yours, when you get to this point, will say view assignment instead of edit assignment. And you always need to come down here and open the assignments with view assignment, because sometimes I'll have 5 or 6 of these posted. And as you can see, you can only see 4 of them. So if you start trying to click in here to open up stuff, you may miss some stuff. So always come down here to view assignment. This box, here's the syllabus, and I'm going to be talking about that during this video. This here is the signature sheet. There is one of these attached to the bottom of the syllabus because I do have classes sometimes in person and I print paper copies. But this is the one when I talk about wanting you to sign it. I just want you to go to this individual form, and it'll be located up here in the top right of your Google Classroom under Classwork once you open it. It's a Google Doc, so you'll be able to type on the lines. The lines will shift. It'll look a little messy. Don't worry about it. It does not have to be cursive. Just type your name on there and type a date on there, turn it in, and you're good. So I'm going to open the syllabus, and I'm going to open it from this box just because I'm in teacher view, not in student view. So here's the syllabus, and here's the entry welcome. And this is a Monday through Thursday class online, so there'll be work pushed out every day. So this class is going to talk about atoms. It'll start with matter, then we'll move into atoms, atomic structure, how to diagram or model atoms in order to understand how they bond with one another, either ionically or covalently, to form compounds or molecules. Then we'll learn to write formulas for those substances and eventually put formulas into chemical equations to represent chemical reactions. The one question I always get asked is, do we have to memorize the periodic table of the elements? And that is a no, not for my class. You do not. So moving on through this syllabus, I'm hoping I will get enough information covered that if you decide to take an entry-level chemistry class at the college level, you should have kind of a basic overview. They will obviously go into more detail than what we will have time to do, but at least you will have heard some of the terminology, be a little bit familiar with some of the concepts, so it won't be so hard for you to grasp if you take this in college, or if someone goes over some of this information in any other science class, entry-level science class. Due to this class being online, I will be using some of my videos from previous terms that were online. If there's any mention of test dates or due dates, just ignore those at the beginning. They'll be at the beginning or the end, unless I specifically tell you that it's a term 3 date for 2022. Generally, I will post upcoming test dates 1 or 2 days in advance. You'll either see it in Stream or I'll post it in the instructions for certain assignments in Classroom. And once again, remember to open all posts with view assignments in Classroom. My email will be on the syllabus. You can contact me by email. The phone number is a text me now number. It's not my personal cell. Generally, what will happen is if someone calls me on that number, and I prefer that you text me on that number because I will be teaching in-person classes. I will get it. Tell me who you are because it's kind of one of those generic phone numbers. It doesn't always have the information of who's calling me. So just say, hey, I'm so and so from Springfield or St. Louis, chemical systems class, and tell me, whatever you need to ask me or ask me to get in touch with you, give me it and have me leave the number that you want me to use. So that's a way to get a hold of me. You can email me or send me text messages anytime. I will respond as soon as possible. Like I said, I'm teaching classes during the day. So if you email me in the daytime, it may have to wait till I get done with my class. If you're one of the people that works a late shift and is working late at night, early hours of the morning, I'm not going to get up at 2 or 3 and respond. So anyway, but you can send a message. And then if you try to get a hold of me on the weekends, like Friday after 4:15, I will try to respond if I can, but I'm like everyone else. I have family things that go on, and I may not be available to have a discussion or go through some stuff. So I will try to get back to you by Monday. If you've missed some days that week and you're trying to get something caught up and it's not opening, and I see that you've tried to text me over the weekend or get a hold of me, I'll work something out with you. It'll be okay. Don't panic and ruin your whole weekend over one assignment not opening. If you email me, please put your name, class, and assignment or date of assignment in the subject box so I know what's going on. If you just send me a Gmail and no subject and says, I don't understand this, that's not going to tell me which school you're at or what's going on. So I need more information than that. The chemical systems is a half credit science class credit. And to get the science credit, you have to have a 70% or higher. Between 60 and a 69% will give you an elective credit, but it won't count as the science credit that you need toward graduation. Because we are online and this is set up as a Monday through Thursday class, you will need to check in every day and fill out the daily attendance assignment or DAA by 11:59 p.m. to be counted present for that day. If you forget to do the DAA, please fill it out and I will give you points because mine do count toward your grade, but I just won't be able to mark you present for the attendance. So if you miss one, you still need to do it for your grade. I just can't give you attendance for that day if it's turned in late. I try to have my assignments ready to go at 12 a.m. midnight for the following day because some people do work late shifts. They'll have breaks and stuff and they want to get started on that. Or sometimes they get off work at 2 or 3 and they're kind of wired up and they'd rather work in the morning and then turn it in then. So the class sessions are open from 12 a.m. to 11:59 that following night. So you have a 24-hour period to get your work done. They've changed the absences for being required to be in class. So you cannot have more than 12 absences, which means you cannot skip more than 12 days doing the work on time, or they can drop you from the class. And if you do not complete any work for me during the first 5 days of the class, then you will be dropped from the class on day 6 also. So you need to maintain an overall 70% or higher to get the science credit. You need to complete all assignments listed in Google Classroom for that day or week. We have the second Friday rule, and so you have to have all your makeup work completed by the second Friday after it was assigned. Do not let your work pile up for 2 weeks and think you're going to get it done on Thursday night. and that I'm going to stay on the phone or on a Google Class Meet trying to catch you up on all of it, because that's not going to happen. So if there's emergencies and you have notes from doctors, if children or family are sick or you're sick or there's something going on, get that information to your live coach at your respective school, if you're in St. Louis or Springfield. As long as that stuff's approved and they validate that it's a true emergency, I have no problems giving you extensions, because we all have things that happen. But it has to be approved by them for me to give you, past the 2 weeks to get makeup work turned in. The chemical systems class, it builds every day. It goes from one thing to another. It's not like, some of the classes where you're talking about one topic one day, you go to a different topic the next day. This one builds. You get behind, you're going to be in trouble. Okay. And like I said, I don't mind tutoring if you have a specific question, but if you ghost me for 5 or 6 days and there's no legitimate excuse, I'm not going to sit there and spend a half a day trying to catch you up on it. So you need to show up every day, do your work. If you're having trouble, more than glad to help you, but you have to be present and participating. This little calendar here kind of explains the second Friday rule. I know it's an older calendar. So if anything is assigned to, say, this first week here, days 1 through 4, the 5th is the first Friday, the 12th is the second Friday. So you have these 2 weeks to get stuff made up. Some teachers only give partial credit for makeup work. I tend to give full credit for it, as long as it does not become an issue. Anything after the second Friday, I will not take unless there is an approved note from the directors for that there's been a true emergency. Here's the grading policy. The grades are weighted 70-30. You won't have essays in chemical systems class, but you will have assessments. Sometimes if it's a project or an extensive lab, I may put it into the 70% category and weight it heavier. Daily work tends to be your filling out study guides from PowerPoints or lectures. Some of the ed puzzles will go in the daily work. When you log in, and I typically have videos posted every day, you need to have paper and pencil with you. I tend to talk slow during my videos, and that gives you time to write down, take notes, figure out how to write formulas, figure out how to draw atom models. So my videos tend to be long and they're slow, but that's so you can have time to absorb the information. Attendance is highly coordinated with your grade. You show up every day, you do your work, you're going to end up having a good grade in here. The final will be online at a designated time. Taking the final is required in order to receive credit for the class. If you drop below a 70, I may request that we do an online Google Meet session to see what's going on with you. This is the copy of the signature page. Don't sign this one, sign the single sheet that's posted in Classroom. Also, you need to do your own work. I can pretty well tell when something's been copied from online and try to be copied and pasted in. I won't give you credit for that. So those are the basic rules and what's going to happen during this particular class. I look forward to working with each of you, and people have been successful with this class online. So I hope we get through. I know we'll get through it, but I hope we get through it and that you learn something and you feel comfortable. All right, talk to you soon. Thank you.